This is Damon Stevens with Finwell Builders. Today is Monday, June 13th, 2022, and the stock market update for trades of the day. And hopefully you're able to catch some of this downtime on the market today. It continued to fall after having a fall on Friday. The news continues to impact the market. Also, we have news coming out over the next couple of days, including hearing from the Feds on Wednesday on interest rates. So it could be a very volatile week. So just be careful out there. Definitely a lot of opportunities out there. If you're a trader, if you're an investor, the bargains keep getting better. So just keep that in mind. But are we at the bottom? Let's take a look at what's going on in the charts, and got to watch what's going on in the market before we'll decide. And hopefully this week will, provide some answers to that. But let's go ahead and get into it, see what we can provide for you and help you out as we continue to look for opportunities in the market. Now look at the overall market. You can see Dow Jones closed down 2.79%, NASDAQ down 4.68%, S&P 500 down 3.88%. It is just a red across the board, red. What's interesting is, our small caps have been coming out of the woodwork now. IWM has done a lot stronger than I thought it was as far as holding up, and these small caps are kind of just showing themselves. So Dawn was the one that hit today. We had Redbox, it was from last week. That was also still on the list. And so we'll cover that one as well. AERC, this is from last week as well. This is a multi-day trade. So let's take a look at some of these charts, see if there's other opportunities here that we can take advantage of. So looking at Dawn, you can see here the low was 653. Nice open. Most of this hit pre-market. It hit my scanner on pre-market. And that's kind of where you got the biggest move. Before the market even opened. And you can see here it came up and tagged our top of our trend line at almost $16. Pulled back, kind of just grinded up towards $15 again. We'll see if we get some more upside on this, but that's a possible opportunity here. I did not show you on a daily chart here, so let me or actually let's do a weekly chart and I'll show you. So this is actually coming from a lot higher high. So 2870 is the potential here, and 20 is kind of what our line in the sand was here. So we're at $15. So there's definitely some upside to this. Just be careful with this biotech pharmaceutical company, but there is some possible upside here. So I definitely wanted to show you that. Just be careful of trading this. Definitely don't chase it. Make sure you're buying pullbacks. If it pulls back here to to the 20 here, or even down to our support line here around 1273, and then it pops up, then that'd be a better trade than trying to just grab it above 16. But above 16 is a breakout, so that would be another opportunity. Just make sure you're careful with your breakouts, make sure they're set up properly. AERC, so multi-day trade here. You can see here that we don't get a pullback on Friday. Nice rally up to 1367, and then kind of pulled back, went flat. And then this morning from 1160, we got clear up to 1807. So just a nice rally up here. Pull back down to 13. Gave you another rally opportunity at the end of the day. And you see, came back up and he just pretty much almost tagged our trail line here. This is our deviation band. So you can see that we hit it here last week, we hit it this morning, and we hit it again this evening. And so we'll see if we continue to pull back here and have new highs. The next goal here would probably be to hit somewhere around $20, $21. So we'll see if we get another day out of this. But AERC is giving us a good run here. Redbox, gave you another run this morning. 1472 was a low, 1819 was the high. It has kind of dropped off and it's fallen below the moving averages. So that one I'm not a little concerned about now. This may have given us our run that we had available. So it could be done today. We'll see. You can see here, it did find support on our deviation band here at 1374. And then again at 1440 here. So we'll see if we get another bounce off of this, but it is on the lower side. So just be careful if you're trading this. And then this is showing you the weekly. The weekly is showing you the highest 2722 is the max that we'd possibly see on this, unless we break out to new highs. So it does have some room to run. But it is, here's where our, we just had a spike up to 27, but here's kind of where our highs really were. And we're right at it right now. We spiked it up above it today, but we're kind of right at it. So that's why I say just be careful if you're trading this one. Oracle did trade this one after hours. I have a few shares left over on the short at 72.66 is where I'm at, which you can see here that that's not quite the high off of here, but it was just right under our trend line here. 73.48 is what I had mapped out. The high up here, I think it was around $73. But Oracle, nice report, nice earnings. So it gave it a nice run up, and then obviously I'm expecting some type of pullback because it is extended above our deviation bands. So that's why I was shorting it. So we're looking for a pullback here. So we'll see what that brings. Looking at overall market as far as what's going on in the news, you can see here tomorrow. We get a little bit of news, not much, just on small business indexes and producer indexes. Wednesday, retail sales come out. That's going to be important. This FOMC statement, really critical. Fed chair speaking to us about interest rates and what they're going to go, whether they're going up 0.5%, 3/4, or what they're going to do. Really important. Expect some definitely challenges there as far as market volatility. So we'll just be careful out there. We could just see a huge spike in recovery, or we could see continued downside. So we'll see. Looking at the futures right now, you can see that we kind of hit this low at 37.35, and then we kind of spiked up, hit the 20-day moving average, and we're curling down above, on rejection of that. So we'll see what the open up is tomorrow. 37.30 kind of was my line in the sand, and so we came pretty close to hitting that. You can see we kind of bounced off my little support line here. And so 38.15 would be a breakout if we got back above here, but this is kind of the range that I'm planning on us being in. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Just be careful out there. You can see that the SPY's broken off that 20-day moving average several times, so it continues to reject off that, and it's done that this evening after hours as well. Google, you can see here now. One of the things, we're getting close to double bottoms here. So double bottom would be 20.44 on Google. We have a big gap up, so we have gaps to fill above, but we continue to come down here. So it's likely that by the end of the week we could come back here and hit 20.44 unless we get some type of news that allows us to bounce out of here. Looking at Amazon, close to this 101.26 should be our support. We're right close to it. We almost tagged it here. So looking for a support bounce off of that level. Looking at Apple, same thing. We're kind of right here at this 137.61 is kind of where the bottom is. We're right there. So see if we can get a double bottom bounce off of this. If so, the rally really is going to happen above this trend line. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. See if we get a bounce on a lot of these stocks. Nvidia, same thing, down the support line 154.64, right down again. Double bottom bounce could happen to all these stocks. Meta, so this is old Facebook. You can see here we're actually broke below 169. That was the high, the last low. So we're down here 164.26. We can see if we can bounce off here still, but if not, we could have some downside clear back down here to our lower trend line, which would be around 130. RK, gonna look at a double bottom here. It looks like 35.10. We should find support and hopefully a bounce. U.S. oil, continues to hover up here around the highs. We are kind of at the base of this this last candle, this candle that made the high. So still holding up there at 90, as long as we don't drop below this next candle here at 89. We should be able to hold this and hopefully rally up at some point to new highs. EOG pull back here on our support line 132.25. We break that now, we'll come down to this 50-day moving average at 128. So looking for EOG to hold, but energy, everything got hit today. So if we continue to get hit across the board, then expect some additional downside. Definitely subscribe to us, like our videos if this is bringing value to you, and continue to and definitely join our Discord out on finwealthlive.com. BenWolfLive.com has a link for the free Discord that we have out there, as well as some free training and a membership service as well. So definitely join us, take advantage of that, and continue trading with us, see if we can make some money together here. All right, so let's take a look at the dollar here. Dollar, you see dollars back up here. We talked about this, probably hitting that 105 area and breaking out. Exactly what we're doing here. So 105, so we talked about 106 would be kind of the next line in the sand, which is kind of up here of our, the top of our trend line here on our deviation band. So looking for a continuation play up here to 106 if this continues to rally here. So dollar elevated, which obviously gold is down. Pull back down here, kind of this, support group here. So hopefully we can hold there. Should have support 1787 if it breaks below this 1800 level. SPY down here, it's right on the bottom of our deviation band. So you can see that's kind of where we're at. Kind of we're here on May 12th. And then we kind of broke below it a little bit, had a little relief rally, curve down off the 50-day moving average. We're back down here, right across from it here. So 375 is where we're at. We could, possibly go down to the bottom here, which would be around 360. But hopefully we get a little bit of bounce here. We'll see what happens. We got a lot of things to cover still in the market. So just take it day by day. You see here volume increase. So I'll take this off here. Yeah, let's just see if we can get a double bottom bounce here on the SPY. Triple Qs, double bottom as well. Looking for a bounce off of here. You have to get above 13, 317 to rally up. Otherwise we could possibly break down here and come maybe a little bit lower, 267, or even down here to 250. Semiconductors, double bottom, 215, actually a little bit lower than that, 215.23. Needed to bounce above this 215.23 really to kind of rally back up here. Otherwise we could be coming down here to around 197. IWM. So this one here, you can see we're just below the trend line here, but holding up pretty good. This on a weekly. Let me go to daily. It'll give you a better chart here. So you can see here, should have support down here at 168.46. That's kind of where we had our last low. So looking for some support there. If not, it should get support at 165 or even down here at 158. But you see here, we've been holding this downward trend line, so it should be all right. Looking at the XLF, so the financial stocks here, this is the index here. We've been a little bit lower. So we're at 3150, with 32.23 was the low. So we had a new low. We are right on the deviation band here. You can see that, it held here, just barely below here, and then it held here again. So hopefully we can bounce off of here and head back towards, at least, up to 33, 34. If not, we should have support down here around the $30 level. Healthcare, and kind of as you see, just kind of going back and forth between in this channel. And then it broke out. So 123.67, we have a new low. Got to really get it back above here. This is sitting here just below actually our deviation band here. Third deviation band's 118. So that should hopefully have support for the healthcare. Energy sector pulled back to the 50-day moving average and bounced off of there. Still below, so now we're in a sandwich between the 20 and the 50. So we need to get back above 86.50 or break down on a short 82. Bitcoin, huge drop on Bitcoin. It lost all the support, drove right through all our support lines we talked about, including this 25,401 we talked about. And so now we're down here at 22,000. Just below our deviation band here, kind of like what we did here and back here in February. So hopefully we should get support here. Worst case scenario down 18,000 and get a bounce. But this should be a good, probably a strong buying opportunity for people. We'll see. But we're definitely elevated down to two new lows on Bitcoin. Ethereum, so you can see here, nice drop. So we had a failure. We talked about this is probably going to fail because it's kept bouncing off the 20. And we actually, that's what happened right here on our deviation band. So if we break down to the next level down, it's 808. but we'll see if we can hold and maybe get it bounced off at this level right here. But Ethereum definitely elevated down as well. So we're definitely on the downside. So just be careful out there if you're trading these stocks and cryptos. Definitely some opportunities out there will present themselves. But first, it's a lot better to make sure you know that you hit the bottom and you're on your way back up on some of these before you buy in. So you can always average in. Not financial advice, but averaging in sometimes is better, especially if you're in downtrend. So you know that you averaged in towards the bottom of where the market's at. Everybody stay safe out there. You know the levels we're looking at. You know the small caps we're looking at. Review the video if you need to. And let's make some money tomorrow. Everybody have a great night. We'll talk tomorrow night. Plan out our next day.